We spend the day and night thinking about a multitude of different things. A kind of constant, although disjointed, film passes through our minds. This is the opening sentence of the second chapter of one of the most successful books by writer Conny Méndez, entitled The Little Blue Book, Being Responsible for Many Riches Manifested Around the World. Conny's book is famous because one of her students, using the teachings in this book, was able to manifest the generous amount of $1 million in 1 month. Conny's famous decree helped this student create a fortune in just a few weeks, all through metaphysical treatment. This is a true and documented story. And in today's video I will reveal these secrets so that you can also manifest this amount in your life. All these techniques used are present in the same work cited by Conny. Therefore, in this video I will reveal the teachings and techniques that Conny brings in her work, so that, with the law of attraction, just like thousands of people have already achieved, you can be successful in your life. Conny Méndez was born in Venezuela in 1898 and became known for her works on the law of attraction and mainly for popularizing the statement I am. Throughout her life, she was responsible for writing great works that contributed generously to the propagation of teachings on the law of attraction. Among them The Power of I Am, Metaphysics 4-in-1 and the 12 Pulses of Being. Conny wrote The Little Blue Book in order to clarify metaphysics, as it is a very complex subject. She brings the law of attraction in a simple way of apply, simplifying and facilitating the understanding of the subject for many. Why do we have so many different ideas and stop to contemplate, examine, or study some more than others? It's easy to answer, because these ideas stimulated our feelings. These ideas have produced within us a feeling of fear or antipathy, sympathy or pity, a feeling of liking or disliking. The fact is that because of this feeling produced, the idea interests us, encourages us to review it, or even discuss it with someone. This is meditating. Where does what is meditated go? What is meditated in this way passes to the subconscious and is recorded there. Once an idea is incorporated into the subconscious, it becomes a reflection. For example, you know that when the doctor hits you somewhere around the knee with an object, your leg jumps. By touching a sensitive spot, you reacted, right? In the same way, every time something happens in your life related to one of the ideas that are recorded in your subconscious, the reflection reacts exactly as it was recorded. You express an attitude in accordance with the original feeling you felt when you first thought of this idea. Conny calls this a concept, that is, a belief, a conviction. The subconscious does not discern. He doesn't decide anything, does not think or think for himself. It has no power to protest, it has no will of its own. For these are not their functions. What is the function of the subconscious? Its only function is to react by ordering the reflection given to it. In this sense, it is a wonderful archive, which neither rests nor fails, works 24 hours a day. He also has no sense of humor. He does not know when an order was given in jest or seriously. The subconscious is a precise servant. It has no sense of humor and only knows how to obey unconditionally. It will try by all means to fulfill the orders that your words and feelings have given it. After all, what does the word metaphysics mean? The word metaphysics means beyond the physical. What does that mean? In other words, it is the science that studies and deals with everything that is invisible to the physical senses. Do you remember the first time you heard the word cold? You don't remember, do you? You were very little. The word was spoken by your elders. They taught you to fear it. They taught you to understand. They told you not to wet your feet, not to enter a draft, not to approach someone because they had a cold and caught it, among other things. All this information was registered in your subconscious and formed a reflex there. You never had to remember from the warnings of your elders. The damage was already done. From this, your subconscious gives you a cold every time you stand in a draft, every time your feet get wet. Because of the elders who taught you, because of what you have heard others say, because of what you have read in the newspapers and in advertisements, on the radio and on television, and above all because you do not know the metaphysical truth of life. You accept these wrong ideas, and they have become reflections that they act without your premeditation, automatically. and are the cause of all the evils that afflict you in your life. You have a large volume of ideas from other people that affect every department of your life, your body, your soul and your mind. Your will, negative or positive, is the magnet that will attract the cold, as in the example mentioned, good or bad circumstances for you. As we have already said, your negative or positive attitude towards the facts determines the effects for you. Each human mind contains an accumulation of opinions, convictions or even erroneous concepts that are contrary to the truth and in conflict with the basic principles of creation and that are perennially manifesting, in external conditions, all those calamities and sufferings that afflict the human being in the world in general, such as illnesses, accidents, ailments, disharmony, deficiencies, failures and even death. In a way, none of this is in accordance with the truth of being. Fortunately, there is a way to erase all these false beliefs and replace them with correct ones. These correct beliefs produce positive, good, happy, but ultimately positive conditions and circumstances. When the error is corrected and the truth is established in the subconscious, negative things can never happen in our lives again. The order has been changed. The magnet changed poles. It is absolutely impossible to attract something that does not already find its match in us. What would be the infallible formula? Conny tells us that the infallible formula is the following: every time something undesirable happens to you, that makes you sick, that an accident happens to you, that you are robbed, that you are offended, that you are upset, if you don't like someone, if you hate it, or if you love it too much and suffer for it. The list is endless. So fill in the condition that is affecting you. Know the truth. This is the phrase of Jesus Christ, the greatest of all masters in the field of metaphysics. Know the truth and it will set you free. True, the supreme law is perfect harmony, beauty, goodness, justice, freedom, health, intelligence, wisdom, love, happiness. The opposite is appearance. It is contrary to the supreme law of perfect harmony, therefore, it is a lie because it is contrary to the truth. You are perfect. Now and always it was perfect. You can't get sick because it is life. You cannot die for the same reason. You can't get old. You cannot suffer. You cannot fear. You cannot sin. It's not that humans are God, nothing like that. Just as a drop of sea water is not the sea, but contains everything that forms and contains the sea, and for an atom, this drop of water is a sea. Whatever you are manifesting or whatever is happening to you contrary to perfect harmony, it is due to a wrong belief that you yourself have created, you already know, and that by reflex you are throwing away and attracting your equal from the outside. Now, in each of the circumstances listed above, you must remember what I have just told you, first, and then say mentally or out loud as you wish, I do not accept this. Say it firmly and with complete certainty, but with infinite softness. They don't need physical strength. For neither thought nor spirit has the muscles to need this strength. When you say I don't accept that, do it as if you were saying I don't feel like it, calmly, but with the same conviction and firmness, without shouting, without violence, without movement, without abruptness. Do I make myself understood? Then to say I don't accept this, remember that your higher self is perfect, that your conditions are perfect. Now say, I declare that the truth of this problem is harmony, love, intelligence, justice, abundance, life, health, among other things, whatever is the opposite of the negative condition that is manifesting at that moment. Thank you, Father, that you heard me. In metaphysical language this is called a treatment. After all the treatment, it is necessary to maintain the attitude that was declared. Doubts cannot be allowed to arise regarding the effectiveness of the treatment, nor can the concepts, opinions and beliefs of the past be expressed again in words, because the treatment is destroyed, cancelled. What is the purpose of this treatment? The objective is to transform the mental pattern that has been dominating in the subconscious, that is, the mental climate in which you live, with all its series of negative circumstances. Therefore, at this moment I invite you to enact the change that was missing in your life here in the comments. Write down what you want to attract. Say that you are prosperous, and that everything you want, The universe is already reserved for you. After that, let your subconscious work. And remember, you are formed by the renewal of your mind. If you liked the video, leave a like to help us grow, and subscribe so you don't miss any videos we post. To the next.